Hi members, hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday. It's the 6th of May. It's a morning London session, but not much going on to be fair. But I just wanted to go over gold on steroids, the entry point. There's a few questions on the best charts, what best time frame to use. I tend to use the 15 to start with, and then I work down. So I did post this in the VIP room. Today we had an outside bar overnight. We had a rally overnight during the Asian session again. So if you're trading the Asian session, congratulations. Just look for buys above the 50 on breaker structure. And of course, there's lots of opportunities down there as it works really, really well on the trend. Now, the reversal point, the reversal on this, we've had the outside bar. As mentioned, we had negative divergence. It's switched off now, but we do have more negative divergence here now. And then we have a supply zone. So this is the liquidity grab that often works really, really well. Now, one thing I would say is I've drawn a line here. If you can see that on the number that you should be looking for. Right in the middle of that supply zone is the perfect entry, 33.83. I've gone in at. And on my MT4 chart. And 33.83, now 33, what is it, 33.73. So you're 100 pips in profit. That might not seem a lot, but that's 100 pips in profit already just by doing nothing. Now, the other thing which is interesting about this is that the stop loss is 50 pips on this here. Now, you can, in fact, enter at the bottom of this if you like, if you feel like you're going to miss out on anything. The price could literally rebound, reject the price right on the bottom of this, which is fine. But for me, this gives me a massive risk to reward. Massive reward. 5.7 times risk, which is enormous. But of course, it also gives me 283 pips down to the demand area. I've moved the target now. So this demand area is very interesting, isn't it? So I suspect there's going to be some reaction there at some stage if the price comes down that far. So we'll see how this goes today, see how it plays out. I'll be just holding this until I'm happy with either the net number of pips and profits I've got. 200 or 300 maybe okay at the end of the day, or 100, 150, 200, doesn't matter. But just relax and see what's going on. Let's have a look around just quickly. Markets are not really doing much. The pound USD has been a buy from last week, so it's done that off the demand area. Fantastic move. And the best thing I would suggest is that just buy off the demand area. You know, it's very, very easy. As soon as it comes into that, now you might feel that you want to get in deeper, but quite often these areas here at the top of this really, really important tool, nobody else has this, by the way, special settings. Then, of course, we can actually get in on that position really early with a nice tight stop, can't we? You know, 40 pips or whatever it was, and have a nice risk to reward, 3.69. Risk to reward, it's only 150 pips. But the key here is the risk to reward of 3.77, which is the major thing which you allow your trade to continue into target. Let me just have a quick look around. Let's have a look at the pound. Oh yeah, there we go. So a lovely rejection into the supply zone on the advanced pro charts, heading for, you can use this as a target if you wish. If you wish, it might break down from there. It's definitely in a downward spiral, as you can see. So I think there will be a point where it reverses, but I think it's going to be down here somewhere, as I previously mentioned in the VIP room. Bitcoin's not biting. As we can see, moving into a confluence area, very important area here, not quite hitting demand, which is interesting. It might well come down to demand in the next few days before it starts to move back up again, but it's likely to be a bigger move in the next few days. The pound yen is moving into demand now, but it has changed character somewhat, so we need to keep an eye on this. It's not going to be one which is going to be my favorite. I'm just flicking through. This is how long it takes. This is how long it takes. This is the most valuable part of the advanced pro charts. It is key to ensuring that you're in the right direction and you can quickly see where there is demand. So there was the trade. If you're in it on that point there, down there, and target is up there somewhere. Okay, so that's green now. Aussie Swiss, we can see straight away. Oh yes, the New Zealand Swift is you're still in it from last week. Didn't come down to demand, but sometimes it's not necessary. We can see that the price cycle is enough. We'll have to see what's going on this afternoon when New York opens, because volumes at the moment are very, very light indeed. So I can see within seconds, I can see if the price is getting to a point where there's going to be a possible trade. The dollar is flat. The dollar is flat. Here's one actually, which is interesting. The US Swiss. This is a tradable event coming down into demand with price cycle very low. So you can buy into this area here and get 3.84 times risk. We can go to the bottom and get 3.27 times risk. If you're coming in late, then just work out your maths. So 1.4, 1.5 risk to reward. If that's enough for you, then that's fine. And there we are. So someone mentioned oil. So let's have a quick look at oil. Yeah, oil is in a downtrend on the daily, and the 4 hour is coming up, and we do have a situation where the price is pulling up into the price cycle and then probably going to sell off in the next few days, but nothing really confirmed. I prefer to see it in the supply zone, and therefore it's probably going to move down in the next few days, but not confirmed. Aussie New Zealand was another one. Thanks to Laurie for mentioning that. Let's have a look at the app. So this is a good one, Laurie. Thank you. Parabolic trend on the left. In a major downtrend, actually, if you can see that. But nonetheless, there is room for this price to go up. So we are expecting the price to come down into an area. It may form a demand area around here. Price cycle's not quite finished yet. So this is not one that I'm going to be immediately trading or thinking about trading. But we're probably going to see something like this for the price to move up here. If I see it do this, then I might be interested in it. But there's other trades which are looking much better. Quick look at gold. Gold is not doing much, as we can see, holding on to that area there, and probably going to go down in the next few hours.